This is the 30 Days to Sell Cars podcast. In this episode, we examine if direct mail is still a viable way to generate leads for your dealership and a worthwhile automotive marketing solution to drive foot traffic and produce deals for your sales event. You're not going to want to miss this show. Hi, my name is Sean Casey, and I'm happy that you're joining us today for this new episode of our podcast, 30 Days to Sell Cars. Now, I don't think a week goes by without a car dealer asking me the question, Sean, should I consider direct mail and car flyers to generate more leads and sales for my dealership? And the answer, like with most media, is yes and no. Yes, if you're going to have the right expectation and create a mail piece that's going to play a role in a chain reaction leading to sales. No, if you're expecting the mail piece to do all the work. Let me explain. The number one mistake I see car dealers do with direct mail automotive campaigns is trying to place too much pressure on the design of the flyer. They want the mail piece to convince the reader it's the right time to buy, convince the reader of the make they represent, the models they sell, the current incentives from the manufacturer, the reputation of the dealership, and attract people with good credit who will pay full price and won't want too much for their trade. Do you recognize yourself in the description? The reality is no piece of paper can do all that by itself, and it's not just direct mail. I don't know of any media, traditional or digital, that could deliver all that at once. That's why I like to think of automotive direct mail campaigns more like a 400-meter relay race where each runner runs their portion of the race and passes the baton to the other. In my analogy, for example, the flyer runs the first leg by creating awareness for the prospect and answering the most important question they have on their mind, what's in it for them. The flyer should also have a strong call for action, the baton, requiring the prospect to call, text, scan, or visit a URL, leading to a digital environment that will allow the prospect to engage with your event or promotion from the comfort of their home or work. The digital will then run the second leg of the race by providing to the now intrigued prospect more information about your sales event, by providing ample credibility to increase the trust factor and serve a strong hook that will entice the prospect to provide you with his personal and trade information. One of the most powerful ways I found to do this is to use within your digital environment an engaging video that will bring salesmanship to the experience. Remember, cars don't sell themselves. Salesmanship sells cars. The third leg of the race will be run by your BDC, appointment coordinator, or the event trainer, facilitator, or coordinator if you're running a private or upgrade sale. If you don't have any of these, give that responsibility to the best individual you have on the phone. Their job will be to pick up the phone and immediately engage by voice with the prospect who completed the form. They will validate the promise made by the flyer and the digital, and will use their skills and their abilities to schedule a face-to-face appointment with the sales team at the dealership. Ideally, and when possible, you want to be following up by phone with prospects within the first 2 minutes after the leads were generated by the digital. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to reach prospects and turn these into live appointments at the dealership. After a few hours, your leads to appointment ratio will start to melt. The next day, you're chasing ghosts. The fourth and final leg of the race will be run by your sales team. They will have the responsibility to match the sales experience with the promises and expectations created by the marketing. They should validate the promises made by the flyer, the digital, and the person who booked the appointment, and provide a memorable experience at the dealership that will lead to a close. To be able to accomplish this, it's critical that every member of the sales team reviews in detail the content of the flyer, interacts with the digital, watches the videos, and completes a form just like if they were a customer, so they're aware of every step that the prospects might have taken before their face-to-face. There's nothing more frustrating for a prospect than marketing that cries wolf. You know, the one where you can't experience on the sales side the excitement promised by the advertising. Now, just like a 400-meter relay race, if your individual runners drop the baton, you lose. If your flyer doesn't have a strong design and a powerful call for action, the digital will never have a chance to run. If your digital is weak and uninspiring, doesn't provide a video to engage prospect and an enticing hook to get them to provide you their information, your appointment coordinators will have no leads to work with. And if you deal with an unskilled person on the phone, you will get very little appointments booked at the dealership and very little deals closed at the end of your event. Keep in mind as you're building your direct mail campaign that 90% of the people who will get your flyers will be non-intenders, people who woke up this morning not thinking they could change their vehicle. Remember, non-intenders don't care about prices and payments because they don't have the purchase of a new vehicle on their mind yet. To increase the impact and results of your campaign, make sure to review the tactics from the first 3 podcasts of the show, where I describe in details my 3 secrets to conquest success. This way you'll know exactly how to build pre-frame bridges right in the copy and the design of your flyers. You can find a link to these first 3 podcasts in the show's notes on 30daystosellcars.com. Well, it was a pleasure to have you over. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that you'll be back for more. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, or Spotify so you don't miss the next strategies I want to share with you. Make sure to leave me some comments. I'm making this show for you, and without your input, I obviously can't make it better. In the next episode, I want to talk to you about content multiplication and how you can easily turn one video into 12 different pieces of content for your store with the goal of increasing your chances of potential prospects stumbling on the content you produce and obviously sell them a car. I hope I can catch you on the next podcast. Until then, I wish you a great week. Remember that we have only 30 days to sell cars when the month starts, and you probably have less than that if you look at your calendar right now. So like I love to say, let's sell some cars. If there's anything I can do to help you enjoy your best year ever in the car business, make sure to reach out. There's nothing I would like more than to be part of your success.